Good morning. This morning we're at St Mary's Church in Balcome in East Sussex, and this is a third grave I will have visited on my road trip around England. And today I'm here to see an actor who spent most of his time acting on stage, but he did do some feature films as well, and that is Paul Schofield. Paul Schofield, I don't really know that much about him, but he's got some good reviews on Wikipedia and other things I've looked at. I have done a bit of research. I watched a couple of YouTube videos with him, and he does appear to be a very good actor. But this is a beautiful little church. You can probably just make it out behind me there. It's kind of on top of a hill, and the graveyard kind of goes downhill. But I shall show you a little bit around this churchyard while I tell you a little bit about Paul Schofield.
Paul Schofield was born on the 21st of January 1922 in Edgbaston, Birmingham, Warwickshire, England, the son of Mary and Edward Harry Schofield. When Schofield was a few weeks old, his family moved to Hurstpierpoint, Sussex, where his father served as a headmaster at Pierpoint Church of England School. Schofield recalls, "I was a dunce at school, but at the age of 12 I went to Varndene School at Brighton, where I discovered Shakespeare. They did one of his plays every year and I lived just for that." Schofield began his stage career in 1940 with a debut performance in American playwright Eugene O'Neill's Desire Under the Elms at the Westminster Theatre, and was soon being compared to Laurence Olivier. He played at the Birmingham Repertory Theatre. From there he went to the Shakespeare Memorial Theatre in Stratford, where he starred in Walter Nugent Monk's 1947 revival of Pericles' Prince of Tyre. In 1948 Schofield appeared as Hamlet at the Shakespeare Memorial Theatre in Stratford alongside a then unknown Claire Bloom as Ophelia. Schofield's performance was so highly praised that it caused him to be dubbed the Hamlet of his generation. One of the highlights of Schofield's career in modern theatre is the role of Sir Thomas More in Robert Bolt's A Man for All Seasons, which opened in July 1960. Schofield later referred to the part as the only time my intuition for the part has failed me. In 1964, Schofield acted in the John Frankenheimer war film The Train alongside Burt Lancaster. The film is set in August 1944 during World War II. It pits French resistance member Paul Labiche, Lancaster, against German Colonel Franz von Waldheim, who is attempting to move stolen art masterpieces by train to Germany. The film received positive acclaim and was ranked as one of the best films by the National Board of Review. In a career devoted chiefly to the classical theatre, Schofield starred in many Shakespeare plays and played the title role in Ben Jonson's Vulpine in Peter Hall's production for the Royal National Theatre, 1977. Schofield also appeared as Charles Dyer in Dyer's play Staircase, staged by the Royal Shakespeare Company in 1966. Laurie in John Osborne's A Hotel in Amsterdam, 1968, and Antonio Salieri in the original stage production of Peter Shaffer's Amadeus, 1979. He was subsequently the voice of the dragon in another play by Robert Bolt, a children's drama. The Thwarting of Baron Bolligrue, Espresso Bongo, Staircase and Amadeus were filmed with other actors, but Schofield starred in the screen version of King Lear, 1971. Other major screen roles include the art-obsessed Wehrmacht Colonel von Waldheim in The Train, 1964, Strether in a 1977 TV adaptation of Henry James's novel The Ambassadors, and Tobias in Edward Albee's A Delicate Balance, 1973. Helen Mirren, who appeared with Schofield in the 1989 film When the Whales Came, said, "He aspires to the soul rather than the character. He has no sense of personal ambition. He's one of our great actors. We're lucky to have him. Paul Scofield married actress Joy Mary Parker on the 15th of May 1943, when they had met while he played Hamlet to her Ophelia. Schofield later said, "Joy and I simply decided to be married. We were both of age and were determined. Any doubts from our families were overruled, and they were the usual ones, too young, etc. We had a week out at the end of the Mooney's Down tour, married during that week, and went straight into the Whitehall Theatre." Paul and Joy Schofield had 2 children, Martin, born 1945, who became a senior lecturer in English and American literature at the University of Kent, and Sarah, born 1951. When asked by Gary O'Connor how he wished to be remembered, Schofield responded, "If you have a family, that is how to be remembered." When O'Connor asked about his 70th birthday, Schofield replied, "Birthdays are a bore, really, it's true. I do like my fallow times. I hate missing anything that might be happening outside on a summer evening. Something in the garden." Filmmaker Michael Winner accordingly described Paul and Joy Schofield as one of the few very happily married couples I've ever met. Schofield died from leukemia on the 19th of March 2008 at the age of 86 at the Royal Sussex County Hospital in Brighton, East Sussex, England. His memorial service was held at Westminster Abbey on the 1st anniversary of his death. His wife Joy died 4 years later on 7th of November 2012, aged 90.
Well, that's all the information I could get on Paul Schofield. As you just heard, he spent a lot of his time on stage doing plays and such, and he got some very good accolades from critics. So I thought he was worth a visit, and his final resting place is just over here to my left. So I'll spin you around and we'll go and have a look at it together. I did have a walk around earlier to see if I could find it, and it was basically where I thought it might be. There you go. This is the final resting place of Paul Schofield. Paul Schofield, actor. January 21st, 1922 to March the 19th, 2008. On stage, his voice split the silence, his whisper cast a spell. Now his stage is dark, silence reclaims him, and we, his wife and family, hold close his memory forever. And his Joy Schofield. February 22nd, 1922 to November the 7th, 2012. Actress, author, devoted and beloved wife, mother and grandmother. Rest in peace, dear Joy, with the husband you so deeply loved and in the village where you made a wonderful home for your family. That's lovely, that is. That's Paul and Joy, husband and wife. And that is their final resting place. At the bottom of the hill, right at the very bottom of the cemetery. Surrounded by birdsong. Lovely place to rest. Well, that is the final resting place of Paul Schofield. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. Actually, this is absolutely beautiful here. Really is a beautiful little churchyard. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, then maybe consider subscribing. It's absolutely free, does not cost you a penny. And if you do subscribe, don't forget to hit that notification bell. That way you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Well, I will see you again on my next one. I think I'm off into West Sussex on my next one. So I'll see you then. So bye-bye for now.